keep it 100 because it's time for Hub's Huddle Podcast. Listen to the man that talks sports from football to basketball 24/7, 365. He is known as the average Joe that knows more than average about sports.
What's up, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Hub.
What's up, everybody? Man, Happy New Year to you and yours. I wish you all peace and blessings and good health, financial health as well. Today is January 1st, 2019. This is the first podcast of the new year. Oh, man. I wasn't even going to come on tonight to drop one, but, certain things that was just on my mind that was bugging me. First things first is the Floyd Mayweather fight over in Japan. He ran through the young guys. It was tension. It was like a kickboxer over in the Rising promotion, undefeated, 32-0. Basically first round knockout. Floyd basically toyed with that, man. My thing is, man, a lot of people hating on Floyd for taking that fight, but they all absolutely realize that other fighters throughout history took on exhibition fights. Muhammad Ali, for example, he took on two. He fought the wrestler over in Japan, like the Japanese wrestler, and he also fought what's his name? Lau Alzado. Yeah, that's his name. From the dude who played defensive end. I think he played for the Broncos, maybe the Raiders too. He fought exhibitions with those two. Mike Tyson had an exhibition fight. I'm quite sure there's plenty more boxers that had exhibition fights that nobody had a problem with. But when it's Floyd Money Mayweather, it's a big problem. You even got people like Manny Pacquiao coming out with his comments talking about his New Year's resolution is to fight guys that are his size. Manny, for one, listen, bruh, you've been chasing after Floyd ever since he whipped you. You know what I'm saying? Point blank. You blamed it on your shoulder. Come on, son, because it really was your shoulder. You would have got the fight called off, and y'all could have fought later on in the year. I mean, pretty much. And number two, you got a problem on your hands come January 19th by the name of Adrian Broner that you need to be more focused on that than focusing on what Floyd Money Mayweather's doing. Let that man stay retired. He's not going to fight you. He basically conned you into taking this fight with Adrian Broner. That's what we're going to find out anyway after y'all two fight, because purposely you said that if you beat Broner then you're going to get Floyd. He supposedly told you that he's not going to come back and fight. Pretty much that's just the end of the discussion. It's just people, they so much hate for Floyd Mayweather, and I know what it is because he never lost. So you got a problem with somebody who never lost. I mean, nobody comes at Joe Kawasaki. They let him stay undefeated and where he's at, he's retired. But when it comes to Floyd Money Mayweather, maybe because he's always in the spotlight, he's flashing his money, whatever. I don't care what the dude does outside the ring. Actually, I find a lot of his antics quite, funny and entertaining. But when he's inside the ring, he is the best at what he does at his craft. And for people who keep pulling out names out of the hat for this guy to fight, like, come on, man, this dude is 41, soon to be 42 years old, and you guys keep pulling out new names for this guy to fight. Oh, he should come out and go fight Spence. No, he doesn't have to. His legacy is already secure. He doesn't have to prove anything to anybody. At that point, yeah, his last fight against Conor McGregor, I mean, it is what it is, but his last actual professional fight against an actual professional boxer was against Andre Berto, and he earned that right to pick who he wanted to fight, to end his career with. So people just need to just chill out, man, on the Floyd Money Mayweather talk. I mean, let that man stay retired. If he decides to do a couple exhibitions, if somebody offered him $9 million to come to Japan to fight in their promotion against their top fighter for $9 million, I mean, he would be a fool if he didn't take it. It's not his fault that he ran through the guy. And as I've been telling people before, like, the difference between boxers and kickboxers and actual boxers is completely different. These dudes hit a whole lot harder. You know what I'm saying? The punches are harder. So, you can even look it up. It is what it is. But, that's just like, for example, if somebody, whatever you do for a living, if somebody asked you to do whatever you do for a living, something that you're an expert in, and they're going to pay you, I wouldn't say $9 million, but even if they paid you like $500 to do something that is in your profession for 9 minutes, And you're trying to tell me that you'll turn it down? You're a straight fool, because you'll be lying if you even said that you would just turn it down. You would do it in a heartbeat. So that's basically what Floyd Mayweather did. He did, his craft. This is what he does. He boxes. They wanted him to come over there and box, exhibition, put on a show for the crowd in Japan to help boost up, the rising promotion. He did it. It also drew in more fans to actually watch the event. Like, I watched the event. I never seen any, rising, promotions up until, Monday morning. And it was actually pretty entertaining. So some of the fights was pretty good. And, I will possibly watch more rising fights if I'm up early in the morning to catch them. Or maybe I'll just catch a replay or something. But bottom line is, people need to leave Floyd Mayweather alone, man. Let that man be. He's retired boxer, 50-0, the best in this era. I'm not saying he's the best all time. Like, I'm going to still lean with Muhammad Ali, but Floyd Mayweather is the best fighter that I've seen live with my own two eyes, to actually watch him on TV as in like a live fight. So, like, the best fighters that I've actually seen with my own two eyes in a live fight, on TV, is Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, and Roy Jones Jr. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, there is no, they got up and coming guys. Like, I like, Spence now. I like Bud Crawford. I like Sean Porter. It's a couple guys up and coming now that I like, that I'm just, but they're not on like a Floyd Mayweather level where it's like you see the craft and it's perfected. Like the defense, the best defensive fighter that we ever seen, is Floyd Mayweather. Bottom line is, people are always going to hate, man. It is what it is. They're just mad because he never lost. And that's basically it. So I had to get that one off my chest. Next up, we're going to move into line with the Antonio Brown situation with the Steelers. As you all know, he was listed as like questionable. Then he was out with a knee injury on, Sunday when they played the Bengals. Apparently there was no knee injury, and there was a lot coming out of the story. Basically, Antonio Brown got issues with Mike Tomlin and Ben Roethlisberger, basically saying that, Tomlin is too in cahoots with Ben. I mean, like, more like whatever Ben once it happens, pretty much. And Ben Roethlisberger, man, like I said a few weeks ago, man, I was talking about them when they lost to the Broncos, and he threw that pick on the goal line. And just before then, he was saying how he can just like throw anybody under the bus. That's what he can do. He said he earned the right. But you don't take accountability when it's your fault. Like, that pass on the goal line has been your fault. There's been numerous plays throughout the year that has been your fault, but you rather, throw other guys under the bus. And, I'm siding with AB on this one. I mean, I think the rumor is that he threw a football at Ben at practice, then he decided not to practice anymore. I mean, that whole team in Pittsburgh is toxic. What I mean? It started off in training camp with Le'Veon Bell, not reporting, and then, basically, he's not going to play. But the whole team in general, man, it's just something about them, man. They got so much talent over there. Like, you had 2 wide receivers this year that went, over 1,000 yards receiving. You had an excellent back in James Conner, who filled in for Le'Veon Bell, and basically he played better than Le'Veon did last year. It's just that, the injuries just slowed down James Conner this year towards the end of the season. But on paper, Pittsburgh Steelers, they, should have been a favorite to win it all this year. Instead, they're not even in the playoffs. So apparently, like, Antonio Brown showed up cool as ever with that mink on. That joint was nice, chocolate. But hey, they say he left at halftime. I mean, it is what it is, man. But he from what I'm reading is that he asked to be traded or whatever. Maybe it maybe it won't. He makes a lot of money. I think his cap hit is like $20 million like next year. That's gonna be kind of hard to move to another team unless he takes a pay cut. Unless he restructures or whatever he does. But anyway, man, like I said, that's just a toxic situation out there in Pittsburgh that just has to get reconciled. I think, Mike Tomlin needs to go. Ben Roethlisberger needs to go as well. I think Pittsburgh just needs to, go into rebuild mode. You got a prime receiver over there in Antonio Brown if they do decide to keep him. And also, they have another prime receiver over there in Juju Smith-Schuster over there, too. That kid can ball as well. It's only his second year this season. The sky's the limit for him. But like I said, man, Pittsburgh got a whole lot of issues that they need to iron out. But I'm taking Antonio Brown's side on this one. I'm rolling with AB. Hey, I already sent him a message on Twitter. I'm like, hey, bro, you know, you can come to New England if you want. But it would be nice, even though I know it ain't going to happen. But, you know, it is what it is. But my last topic for the night, man, this is what I really came on here for. Basically, the comments from LeBron James. Called himself the GOAT after basically on his little show that he has, and he basically talked about how after the Cavs beat that Warriors team, was the 773 win Warriors team, whatever they are. He considered himself the GOAT at that point. First and foremost, dude, you can't consider yourself. Nobody considers themselves the GOAT. And, you don't just come out and just say that, oh, I'm the GOAT. Dude, Mike never said it. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar never said it. And these dudes got the accolades and the numbers and the championships. They even say it. Like, for LeBron to come out here and just say that just proves to me, without a shadow of a doubt, that whole LeBron-Jordan debate is making it even hard now, because you're actually calling yourself, the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan never called himself that. Michael Jordan wanted to go out there and compete with the best of the best and beat the best of the best. It's not like Jordan come out here and say, oh, I'm the great. I mean, he might, I don't think he would even consider himself the GOAT now. Like, people put that label on him as the GOAT. People call him the GOAT. Air Jordan, that right there is the GOAT in basketball. That's just like we look at football. Before it was Joe Montana. People said, Montana's the GOAT. And you never heard Joe Montana say that he's the GOAT. And Joe Montana never calls himself the GOAT. It is what it is. Just like now with Tom Brady. People call Tom Brady the greatest of all time. Tom Brady don't never call himself the GOAT. Like, it's people who put that on. Your peers that are in your sport, the analysts, whatever, even though I don't buy a lot of stuff the analysts say, that some of them are just full of it. But a lot of your peers, man, they put that crown on you. You don't run around here and call yourself the GOAT. I just feel like that was just a dumb comment, and I wish he could take it back. But it's on the show, and it's news now, and it's just something that's stupid. I mean, why? Why? Just because you beat, you beat the Golden State. Any team can get beaten on any given day. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to talk about, all the trips to the finals and you losing them. You won some. You got, 3 rings now, but you went to the finals how many times and you lost how many times? You know what I'm saying? You can't anoint yourself like that, man. Like, that's just, that really, irritated me. Man, I was just starting to come around to LeBron and being like, yo, no, LeBron, man, he the best in his era, which he is. He is the best in this era right here of these guys, the KDs and, all these guys in this era. He is the best, but he ain't, the greatest of all time. Yeah. Athletically, he's more built well than what Jordan was, but Jordan was a stone cold killer on the court and LeBron ain't. LeBron was more passive, where Jordan is like, all right, get out my way. I'm going to drop 50 on y'all. We going to win. And it is what it is. I'm going to throw the ball. Hey, yo, Paxson, you miss a shot. You ain't getting the ball no more. Scotty, you miss. I'm looking at you because, that's a competitive nature. You don't get that with LeBron. It's just different. But I was coming around to LeBron yeah, well, his numbers, he going to get the numbers, but he not going to never get the championships. Jordan got 6, he got 3. 2 of them was with Wade and Bosh, and then he gets one with Kyrie and Love. That's the stuff that I tell people all the time. Like, when you comparing him to Jordan and who Jordan won with compared to who LeBron won with. LeBron won with more, basically stars than what Jordan did. Jordan had Scotty. People, he had Rodman too, but Rodman can't shoot. Yeah, he was getting 13 rebounds, but he can't shoot. He played defense. This dude had Chris Bosh, double-double. Dwayne Wade, when healthy, he gave you 30. 25. LeBron gets you, triple-double here. Then he goes over here back to Cleveland. Kyrie carried them for that series that they won the title. You look at that. Then you look at Kevin Love, double machine before he came to Cleveland. I mean, it just is what it is. So this whole GOAT debate and LeBron calling himself the GOAT, that just don't do it for me, man. That's just a turnoff, dude. Like, you just can't do that. Like, that's it's just, man, that's just wow. I only call my player in NBA 2K the GOAT, and I'm out here averaging, 63 points a game. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But that's all I wanted to lay on you guys tonight, man. That's it for me. I hope you all having a great new year, and I wish you all blessings throughout the year. I'll be back this coming weekend with my picks for wild card weekend, and I'm gonna let you guys know, like I've been saying all along. I had the Saints and the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you guys how I get there, and it might change because it's something going on in his NFC bracket with Philadelphia and the Bears that kind of got me conflicted, because I'm sitting here like, if Philadelphia can get past the Bears, they might beat the Saints, because it's like, maybe I'm falling into this whole Nick Foles juice factor. I don't know yet, but I'm just thinking like, yo. But then I'm looking at New Orleans, and I'm like, with Kamara and Ingram, and they come out with the ski mask talking about, yeah, they stole it from us. Like, this kind of stuff that get you like, you know what? You gonna motivate these boys to come in there and beat y'all. Like, but I don't know. Right now I'm still hanging on to New Orleans and in New England in the Super Bowl. I'm going to tell you guys how that all falls out, how that all breaks down this coming Friday. So join me back here on Friday as I drop another podcast. Until next time, man, y'all stay blessed and be peaceful and love one another. And thank you all for listening. To all my listeners across the globe, any new listeners that might stumble across this podcast, welcome aboard. Make sure you like it, subscribe it, follow me on Instagram at a Hubs Huddle. Follow me on Twitter at Just Hub. Follow me on Facebook at Hubs Huddle as well. You can Google Hubs Huddle Podcast on Google. It will show you so many different platforms and everything that I'm on. The name of few: iTunes, Google, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Podcast, TuneIn Radio. It's a bunch of them. Spotify. I'm out there, baby. So keep it locked and loaded. Until next time, it's your boy Hub, and I'm signing out. Peace.